Hello and welcome to the Graduate Sport Law class. This is an online class and I hope you get a lot of useful knowledge from this class. It is considered by many of the students to be one of the best classes at the university, and especially in the sport management program, because of what the students learn and the hands-on learning that we use here. Now, this class is structured under 8 modules, and that is designed to provide the best education possible. So let me just give you a brief overview of the course for your information to help you out. There are some quizzes, there are a number of papers that have to be written, there is a discussion board and I want you to be actively engaged in that. There is a cafeteria area where you can go and talk and raise different topics. There are different journals that you could post. The idea is that you have to be as active as possible in this class because that's how you're going to learn. Now, what are you going to be learning? Let's go over a couple of the modules so you understand what we're going to be learning throughout the course of this class. Module 1 covers the basics of the law, the legal system, how things work, how a lawsuit evolves, how laws are passed, what are the laws throughout the United States, how government gets involved in laws, and then some of the major laws that might be seen, such as property law, tort law, you have contract law, antitrust law. Some of these that are basic areas of laws we might cover in Module 1, others we might cover in greater detail in future modules. Module 2 covers tort law, and we cover things such as assault and battery, false imprisonment. Then we get to the major area, which is negligence. And the reason why we spend so much time on negligence is that's probably going to be the #1 issue you will face when you're working in the sport industry. From that we go to Module 3, which is contract law. Contract law covers the basics of how to negotiate a contract, what are the terms of a contract, when do you have to have a contract in writing, those kind of issues. And there are a lot of contracts in the sport industry, from sponsorship contracts to player contracts as an example. Then we go to Module 4. Module 4 covers anti-discrimination issues, sexual harassment, employment law issues, a number of the areas that you also will face. So when we look at the modules, the first 4 modules really cover a large segment of the laws that are out there that you might face as someone working in the sport industry. The last 4 modules really try to focus that knowledge. So when we start taking a look at Module 5 as an example, that will take a look at youth sports and amateur sport-related issues. And we'll apply some things we learned in the first 4 modules in that module as well. The same thing applies with the 6th module, which is collegiate sport. And then the 7th module, which is professional sports. So if we take a look at an example, let's say constitutional law, which is covered in Module 1. Well, you will look at that in Module 1, and then you'll examine it again in Module 5, 6, and 7. You'll take a look at it as an example. Let me just throw out one, prayer in the locker room. So you'll see what are the legal issues with prayer in the locker room at a high school in Module 5, and then you'll take a look at it in terms of a college athletic environment for prayer in the locker room at a college level, and then you're going to look at it in Module 7 with professional sports. So you'll be able to take a look at how the concept of constitutional law evolves based upon what framework or what segment of the industry we're looking at. And that should hopefully provide you with a greater understanding and appreciation of how the law changes in different environments. The last module, Module 8, will focus in on putting all the pieces together with a special event and taking a look at and critically analyzing a special event. Through this module system, you'll be able to learn the material and be able to apply it in different contexts. For example, certain assignments will give you better knowledge than in any other textbook. For example, under the negligence section, you will be developing checklists for risk management, and then you're going to have to apply those checklists to actually look at a facility and examine what goes on in that facility and how safe it is. In the module on contract law, you're going to have to actually negotiate a contract and write it up. In the module related to discrimination and sexual harassment in the work environment, you're going to be helping to write an employment manual. These are just some examples of how you will be applying real-world knowledge to help understand and appreciate a given concept. This is going to be a fun class. There's a lot of work, and trust me, this is not one of these classes you want to blow off and hold to all your work to the last second, because you have very set and defined deadlines throughout this entire course. It's going to be a very, very busy 7 to 8 week period of you doing intensive work. But I guarantee you're going to learn a lot, and this will be a class that you will take the lessons learned and apply it immediately in this industry. And as I get emails and phone calls from students years after they've taken my courses, they often say that this is the most important course they ever took at the University of New Haven. So welcome to my sport law class, and let's get started.